So I've done this a few times. I think I started a couple days ago. This is something that I have a habit of doing, sometimes more than once a day. And I'm just pushing my cuticles back. Or I guess I'm pushing the proximal nail fold back. And then I have this jojoba oil. But first I'm going to take in, these are just cotton, premium cotton rounds. I just rip them in half like this. It doesn't really matter what you use. I don't personally think these are just easily accessible. And then what I do, and I do use Color Streets Remover. I feel like it works faster, especially with glitters. So what I do is I put this all the way around my cuticle before I use it, because my cuticles are already dry. And if you get some on your nail, like, I don't feel like it makes any kind of difference, personally. You guys see? And then I put it on this finger too, because when I put my finger on this to flip my fingernail polish, I feel like it gets what's the word? I feel like it soaks the moisture out of my finger tip right here. So I just do that with all of them. And then I sit here and I do this. And I usually watch a YouTube video or whatever. Hey Google, 2-minute timer. Hey Google. Hey Google. My phone is not responding. Hey Google, 2-minute timer.
Second timer for 2 minutes. And that's starting now.
And usually I'm doing this in my bathroom. Oh, and you want to put the lid back on a little bit, because otherwise it just evaporates. So yeah. What do you guys think of the new fall catalog? You should have seen it by the time this came out. I've seen it. Everybody has seen it. It launched today, so I don't know why I'm saying that. Goodness sakins. I'm not really a fan of any of the art sets, I don't think. But a few of the glitters and shimmers are really pretty, and I have some ideas about those. I haven't ordered any yet, but I'm thinking I'm gonna mix some of them. The art sets are not dual-ended, except for the one with the accent pack. I kind of like that one. But if I mix that, I'm only going to be giving one strip of it, so I don't know how people feel about that. Because I will have to buy 2, and then I'll have an extra of that other set. So we'll have to see how that looks. So then after about 2 minutes, I just start, so you can kind of see it. Whoops. So I'm glad that the accent pack wasn't separate. I'm glad that they're putting it inside with another set. I do think that that's better than selling it for like $6 or whatever. But putting it inside the other set, that set is normally $13 and they're charging $16, which tells me, you know, the accent packs are really like $3, right? So I feel like, yeah, I don't know. So I only had one. Oh, I guess I should have showed you guys. You guys, it's been on for this long and it looks fantastic. Like I didn't have any cracking. This is only one layer. I didn't have any chips. It's sticking to me because of the remover. The only thing is the grow out. You guys see that? But going out of town for a few days, and I don't want to leave this on. Plus, I've had it on for, oh, like, you know, a long time. Like it needs to be changed. This is the longest I think I've worn anything in a while. So it just wipes right off. See? So when I have two layers like this, sometimes I'll just put it back on like this and wait, and it'll just keep removing it. Especially like 2 layers of glitter. The big chunky glitter I feel like is the hardest to get off. Sometimes I shape my nails before I take my nail polish off. It just depends. But I wash my hands after I do this. And then I do the other hand exactly the same. And I'm not going to record that because I feel like this is sufficient for you guys to see how I take off my polish. So I'll pause while I take that off. See, it's still short, my poor little baby nail right there. But it's much better than it was. Okay, and then I will wash and I will put this back on again. And then I'll do this hand exactly the same. And then I'll show you what I do after that. Okay, I have washed my hands. I have not trimmed or cleaned up anything. But now, so I do have like, where's it at? Sometimes I have like things right here. Like these things right here. Can you see them? Like that. That's a better example. See it? And I will take my cuticle nipper and I will nip all that off. Because sometimes it gets caught underneath of the polish. And then it causes bumps. But I'm not going to do that yet. What I'm going to do right now is I take this, my larger jojoba oil, and I put like a little drop in each one of these fingertips. Sorry, I'm like too close for you to see what I'm doing. Let's see, did I get anything in there? Yes. And it's easier to just do one at a time. The little oil things that you can get and then put your own oil in, I kind of like those better because the brush is small enough that it goes underneath your cuticle line right there. Can you see how dry? I feel like they're so dry right now. And do I need to do that extra step where I put that on? No, probably not. But that's okay. And there's like a drop in there, so I'm just pushing it on. And then I leave these on. So these are like the gloves you get at Costco. Can't remember what they're called. I think they're like non-latex or something like that. You can use any glove that's waterproof. Come on. I'm gonna fight with it now. Apparently it's gonna fight with me. That's not the right one. I just do exactly the same thing as I did with the other one. And I'll leave this on for like 20 or 30 minutes. And then I'll go do my cleanup. My cuticles look pretty good. I don't see a lot of cuticle on my nail, but I can show you what I do here in a second, because for you, it's gonna be like immediately. And you don't have to use jojoba oil. That's just what I use because Stacy did a whole bunch of research and she said, I feel like there's not very much in this one. She said that it's the smallest molecule, so it goes in your nail and into your skin better. I also have like a nail oil that I use occasionally. These make the process of removing your nail polish much easier. Okay, the only thing that I've done is wash my hands after I put the oil on. I still have some random fingernail polish. So you can see it looks like I might have some flaking on that finger. I will be trimming these. So I take this and I find any of these things right here to trim off because I don't want them getting caught right in the fingernail polish or whatever. Because I think it looks bad. And I want my cuticle line to look clean, right? So I think some people call these hangnails. And then I also see like, see, I didn't get all my nail polish off right here. So I'll take a thing and I'll take that off with nail polish remover. And then sometimes I have parts where I nip off right here that are really super dry or whatever with these two. Not actually seeing much of anything. Just thought I would check. This is really sore for some reason right there. I'm not sure why. Okay, so you can kind of see what I'm taken off. These are really sharp. I have something right there. Okay, so this thing is like a pumice stone. It's like itty bitty. And you can just kind of do little circles and it takes off the skin right here. You could see that skin that kind of grows over your nail, because that skin is what's going to make your nail polish chip if you don't get it off. So you just keep making little circles. I got these on Temu. They were like $1 a piece or something. I don't know. They were not expensive. Less than $1 maybe. I got like a pack of 5. I'm sure you could get something similar at like Walmart or Amazon or whatever. You don't want to push really hard because you don't want to actually take off your nail. But this is one option. And I feel like I get more off with this, but I also feel like it takes forever because you have to do each nail. Do you see the skin right there? Each nail individually. And I just feel like it takes a while. I feel like it takes a long time to do each nail like this. But when I use the other stuff I'm going to show you, I don't always feel like I get all the skin off. So I think it's just personal preference, and it depends on how thick. Some people have really thick cuticles right here. And so it's really hard for them to get it off with cuticle remover. The way that the cuticle remover works is it's extremely alkaline. And it dissolves your cuticles. So what you do is, it says like, and I always feel like I have to really push back. I have like a ridge right there, and I have a ridge right there, and I'm not sure what it's from. You just put it on right here like this. Can you guys see it? It's clear. Yeah, you can. Just put it on. And it says wait like 15 seconds. I usually wait a little bit longer than that. But it is a little bit faster. You just wait and then you scrape it off. And then you immediately rinse your nails off. I've also had this where I've done it and then I've scraped my nail off a little bit, like a little divot. So don't scrape hard when you do it. Or you might wind up doing that. So you just come in, and this is how I do it anyway. I feel like sometimes I'm just pushing the cuticle up underneath, but I guess as long as it's out of the way, right? But you don't want this to sit on your nails for very long because it is corrosive, because it's very alkaline. I don't know what the alkalinity is, but it's enough to dissolve your skin, right? So you don't want to let it sit there. Okay, so now I've just trimmed and filed my nails, and I like to make them kind of more flat. This nail is annoying me right now. I made that one a little too short, I think. My thumbs, if they get too long, they annoy me, and because I push, and then I feel like it hurts. So I just round the corners a little bit. And I try to kind of file flat. I noticed the nail shape that I like is just more square. And you want to try and file in one direction, not like I just did right there. See, this one is going to need some. This nail bed on this finger is much longer, so I left this one longer so that it would hopefully match up a little bit better. My poor baby. Nails that broke off. And then if I wasn't gonna put fingernail polish on right away, I would put oil back on. I would just paint the oil back on. And then I take another file, a much finer file than this, and I will go back over where I filed so that it's not like a rough. I feel like it's kind of a rough edge right now. I mean, this is a fine file, but it's not as fine as it could be, if that makes sense. And my fingers are crooked, so it goes like this, and then it goes like this, and it also like goes that way instead of straight. So when I file, I try to keep in mind, so it might be longer right here than it is on here according to my nail bed, but the overall shape of my nail, if I look from underneath, is the same. So this is the one that I like, and I buy it at Sally's. It's ultra fine. This side I think is the more coarse side, and I will sometimes do this on my nails if there's some extra stuff or whatever. Like, see right here, I damaged my nails. I can't remember what I did, but and then I will also file here on the edges like this, making sure to only file down. See, I cut that too short because that's my nail bed right there. And sometimes when you do that, you'll notice more of those things that you need to clip off, right? Like right there. So just go back and take care of that. I can't quite see that far away from my face. So sometimes I would file that off. Oh yeah, see, I have like a tear or something in my skin right there. That's why it hurts. So you can see more of these I don't know what they are. Like weird little growths that I can't seem to get off. And then after I was done with that, and I was done with my filing, I would rinse my fingers off. See how dry they are now, guys? They feel super dry. And then I just apply a strengthener, or I will apply the ridge filler. Or whatever I'm gonna put underneath my strips. I always try to put something even if you're just putting top coat under your strips, like you want to put something under them. I don't like it when the bottle gets less than halfway full, because then I feel like it's really hard to get it out. I have another bottle of it somewhere. Somebody said that I should do the ends of my nails like that, but they said to paint it and then do the ends, and I always feel like I get a ridge when I do that. So I always do it first. Because I'm very tactile and I'm very tactilely aware. Like if you've watched my videos before, you know, like I can't fold it under and leave it for hours to dry because it will drive me nuts. Because I can feel it there under my nails. Fun fact, something else that you can do is if your nails get too long, or if you have, what's it called? Tip wear, you can just file it off. It doesn't hurt your color streak at all. I mean, I wouldn't use like a super gnarly file. I would use a fine one, like my glass file that I was just using. I think this is still tacky. See, that looks super good, but if you look at it from the bottom, it's not crooked. So we're going to the coast. It's like a fairly long drive to get there. This week I'm really excited. We're gonna stay in a nice, I think they're like micro apartments or something, but they have like a kitchen and they have a living room, a bedroom. Oh, I didn't do my thumbs. Totally forgot about that. So I'm excited about that. I love watching the sunset on the water. And we're gonna go to the aquarium because, you know, what's a trip to the coast without going to an aquarium? And last time I think we went, it rained for part of the time, and I loved that. It was so cool watching the storm over the waves because we can see the ocean from our hotel room or whatever. I don't know if we can this time. I'm hoping we can, but we're trying a different place because the one we went to the last 2 years, the bed isn't very comfortable. So, yeah. Okay, I shouldn't have touched the end of my nail, and now I'm going to do it again. It looks weird to me. And then I let this dry for at least 20 minutes before I apply my Color Street or Sally Hansen or OPI or whatever I'm going to put on. This nail I think might be a little crooked. Oh, maybe not. See my poor little baby nails that I've had to grow out. This one and this one, I think. Yeah, my nails are so dry right now. But if I'm going to put Color Street on right away, I don't. There's a bubble in that one. It's annoying. I don't want to put any oil or lotion on until after I've made sure it's sealed. Okay, I'll see you guys when I put on my strips.